West Side.
Nice.
Nice.
Right.
Wait, am I here?
He's here.
I thought we were doing this by Zoom. I didn't get my makeup done. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, we have filters
I know, right?
at the very end.
Yeah, I'm not sure if filters are going to fix this level of ugliness.
All right. On 3, guys. 1, 2, 3. Hi. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Be Uplifted.
I can't see the cameras, so I'm like, okay, that one. All right, I'm over there.
And now I'm like, see, I need Lonnie because I need her little hi in the background, too.
You motherfuckers keep on saying that I don't say shit.
No, you do say something.
I'm the only one that says it.
Yeah, but
Like,
we need the high pitch, in our harmony. That's what we're talking about. How there's a missing higher pitch person in there.
You know how bad Boys to Men got after they let go of that dude that got that can't sing deep.
Yeah, they sucked after that.
Yeah.
I know, that's true. So you're saying that you're the main part.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm just making sure. I'm
You're just getting this memo?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just finding things out. Thanks,
Wow.
guys.
So if you're
I'm so enlightened.
if people are listening to the audio, like, who's that mysterious voice? But first, we'll talk about our sponsors.
Yes, let's do it.
Go ahead.
Oh, me.
Oh, should I do it? Okay, wait.
Well, you're the one that brought it up. No, I'm just kidding.
Before we start, we'd like to thank all our sponsors, all one of them. Well, 2. We have Mikey's Meals. So if you're in the San Diego area and you're looking for a wonderful, delicious meal prep company, contact Mikey's Meals at mikeysmeals.com. That's Mikey's Meals
With a Z.
With a Z.com.
Just use the link.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the link down below. And use our code TheBabe10 to save 10% off your entire order. And of course, and also the Pixel Lounge SD for allowing me to come here
And set up.
and set
Do
up,
everything.
and set up, yes,
Yep.
at 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, shout out to the Pixel Lounge SD because without them, we'd still be in my kitchen.
Yep.
So,
Right.
and then they would still be talking shit whilst telling everybody to follow their dream.
Kitchen uplifted.
That actually sounds kind of tasty.
Right?
Yes.
Shoot, I'm not mad at it. All right.
So there was a mysterious voice that just came on since we're going to be letting this out on audio first.
Yes.
Yes.
Mysterious voice, introduce yourself.
Oh, well, mysterious voice. Oh, that's me.
That's
Yeah.
you.
Oh, shit, my bad. I'm Wes. Strip Club Jesus is kind of moniker I've gone by. I work at Pacers, and I happen to know these fine individuals here from actually an interesting blend of places since
Yeah.
some of them from even before Pacers.
Yo, so just to get this clear, I needed the money. I was young. I was experimenting then. Like, that's behind me now.
He's lying. He does it on the weekend still.
Yeah.
He applied for the recent open position.
Right? That part. Well,
He's
welcome, Wes.
semi-retired.
Welcome, Wes. Thank you so much for taking the time to be a guest on our podcast.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
So we really wanted to have Wes here just
Right.
because Wes has been one of the diehard, like, watches or listens to every episode or as much as he can.
Wes has called my own husband out on episodes that he's never watched.
Yep.
So this is the homie right here. Like, I fucking love the shit out of this man right here.
He watches more episodes than all of our significant others combined.
Yep.
Wait, you have a
Because
significant other?
Right.
No, so you carry the 0, then yeah.
No, I was like, wait a
Double
minute.
the 0,
missing
carry
something?
it, add it, So yeah.
Yeah, so that's why Wes is here.
Yeah, and we tried to get him on the show numerous times,
Yeah.
but he's just such a busy person.
And he's like so cool or whatever. So like we're so lucky that he's here right now.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, really, I'm being serious.
No, I'm genuinely like he was one of the ones that I was just like, we have to have him on.
Oh, absolutely. All of us were like, fuck yeah, we have to have Wes on.
Yeah. He wasn't the first person I thought of, only because
Wow, that's a nice slap.
there's because I'm like thinking, okay, we're at a strip club. Who should we have on? My first inclination wouldn't be to go to like the security guard.
But
no,
he's
it's
the
the ones with the
Jesus
boobs out.
of strip club.
Wait, there's boobs out at a strip club?
We don't even notice.
I don't notice.
I mean, I'm there for the steak.
Okay, honestly, I'm gonna vouch for these men because I know people listening and watching are gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. Stop trying to be Mr. Cool Guy saying that they genuinely do not notice the titties because it's just there all the time and they're there all the time and they've become friends with multiple people there, security guards, dancers, DJs, and then like Wes.
Your husband doesn't count.
Yeah, he doesn't count either.
Okay,
And
wait.
then-
So true story. So building off of that, and I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
it's
if I
fine.
don't say this, I'm gonna forget it. This is a true story because yesterday we went for the steaks and it wasn't our like normal cook, our regular cook. As soon as we finished the
We didn't
steaks,
know
we're
about
just
that.
like, oh, okay, we're done.
Yeah,
We're
we
out.
literally
yeah.
ate and left.
Yeah, we're just like, all right.
Well,
there's
yeah,
no-
because you guys are normally camped out on the patio, and you'll normally be bugging Belle.
Yeah.
and just goofing off.
yeah, because she's the homie, you know.
Yeah.
For reference, for everyone out there,
Yeah.
the dancers don't walk around with their titties out all over the place. When they're not on stage, the titties are covered. So when they're on the patio, they're
To
not
be
really seeing
clear.
titties.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, to be clear,
just
we're
in
all
defense.
to be clear, we're always on the patio. We
Yeah.
never really go.
Yeah. To
You-
watch
it's
the-
through passing.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Well, or to say hi to act right when he's
Yeah.
really not acting right.
Right, exactly. Those things.
Right.
So these guys like genuinely go there to kick it. So it's funny because people are like, yeah, right, you're having a meeting. You know, no, they're actually having a meeting. Like we're actually having conversations about the podcast and different, they're having their own little meetings about whatever they do together. You know, they dick around together too.
See, that's right. So, ladies out there, let your man come to the strip club with us because it's all for like we have
Educational.
business meetings, we have education, we like we vent. It's a therapeutic place for us.
It's a safe place.
It's a
Yeah.
safe space. And you don't have to worry about your pockets getting burned because, I know women are scared about that because it's $2 steaks.
yeah, exactly.
$2 steaks and they don't hang out with the stripper. So it's okay,
And
ladies. It's
actually
okay.
a decent $2 steak too.
Dude,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a
It's-
fucking good steak.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
Okay,
not like
even
$2
yesterday
steak
when
is
I
shoe
was
leather.
even yesterday when I was mad, I was like, it's still worth more than the
Right.
$2.
yeah, exactly.
No, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was Chepe last night. It wasn't even Steven, because normally Steven?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was Chepe. Chepe knows how to cook. That boy will get down in the kitchen, I guarantee you.
Yeah, he just gave me a small portion. I was like,
That's,
"Dude,
yeah,
Yeah.
you know when it is because of the portions.
I was
too, for
like,
sure.
damn,
Yeah.
I just want like, shouldn't I at least get a toy with this?
It's like a Happy Meal.
That's so funny.
But speaking of toys, what do you feel about the bedroom toys?
Wow. What
Wow.
the hell? I
Wait, was
literally
there
thought he was
something
going to
else?
talk about that.
I'm like, all right, well.
Oh yeah, that
Right
okay,
there,
yeah.
got it.
So
All right. So I keep looking at the light and not the fucking camera. Okay.
Don't look into the
Don't
light.
look into the light.
Yeah.
Okay, camera here. Okay. So
Carry on.
my friend here, go ahead and tell them about your hobby before we
All right.
disclose.
So, as everyone already knows, yeah, I work at a strip club. Well, when I'm not working at a strip club, let's just put it this way: it socially taps the battery.
Yeah,
'Cause
for sure.
there's a lot of good people there. Case in point. Then there's a lot of scumbags. So, yeah, I get socially depleted.
I get
and
that.
yeah, so when I'm not working, I tend to like, especially at the night, I'll just unplug and I'll throw on like some anime in the background, and I'm literally building a Gundam just to unwind and kind of decompress from all the chaos of the night, because some nights are more eventful than others, shall we say.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Eventful.
Yeah, it's a nice way. That way you won't get demonetized for it, right?
So
We won't get demonetized. We're not even monetized to begin with.
yeah.
YouTube.
we're gonna get there. Don't say that. It manifests good things, okay? So speaking of the Gundams, he came and he brought us this little gift. Not little, awesome gift.
Well, it
See,
is kind of little.
But he built it, and get this, he fucking custom painted this shit. Like, how dope is that? I think it's so cool.
I think that's sick as well. I'm
It's
so
like so
scared to touch
freaking.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
I was taking it out of the box, and I'm like holding it like a little baby, and he's like, "It's not gonna break." But I'm like so scared
not
it's
a
gonna
China
break.
doll. It's
I
okay.
know, I know. Oh, were you holding?
No, no,
calling
no.
for it? I thought you were calling
I was
for
gonna,
it.
I was gonna ask, like, do you have just like boxes of put together ones, or
Yes, I have quite a, we'll say, large collection of them. I think I've probably got close to 40 at
Wow.
the house that I haven't built yet.
Wow.
Did you build the one that we got you?
Yeah, I sent you a picture.
Oh, that's
remember?
right. You did send me a picture. That's right.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I even had to go through and do custom painting because I hate the sticker usage on
Mm-hmm.
those things, and the stickers for the one you got were absolutely trash. So I had to paint
That's
it myself.
right. I remember. I still have that.
So how? Okay, so do you consider yourself a collector or hobbyist?
I'd say kind of more, it's more of a hobbyist because like I got into it during COVID.
Okay.
When I was, I guess we'll say unemployed for a while because I wasn't at Pacers yet. And I had already been laid off, or at least during the first part of the shutdown with Bang Bang not being able to work because bars and restaurants were literally being crippled. And I got used to working all the time. So all of a sudden not being able to work, I was losing my mind.
So just to clarify, Bang Bang isn't another gentleman's club that allows you to do more stuff. It's actually it's a nightclub.
It's a nightclub and a sushi restaurant. It's changed ownerships, but a lot of good people still work there. From my friends of mine that I talked to that still work there, food is still on point. Sushi is actually probably one of the best spots to go in downtown, aside from like the overpriced Nobu. Like it's pound for pound a good meal.
It's pretty damn dope.
And
Like,
what were you doing at Bang Bang?
I originally started there as the door guy and like the number 2 for security because I had worked for the original owners at their previous nightclub called Voyeur back in the day.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of an OG.
Yeah, you
a
are.
little bit, but yeah, because they had opened Voyeur. I want to say it was like 2007, something like that. It was a while ago at this point, and it was the first nightclub to literally break the mold of hip hop top 40 and just go EDM format, and that was it.
Okay.
I mean, we had some of the biggest names. We had Cascade play a show for free.
Wow.
Damn.
Like he didn't. It was he ended up contacting the owners, and it was for a Haiti hurricane benefit. And he's like, "Hey, I'm not going to charge you a book fee. I want to come down there, and all the door sales and all the proceeds are going to go to this charitable organization." And the owner said, "Wait, I don't have to pay you a dime. That's just a dumb offer not to say yes to." So yeah, and
Wow.
we were crushed. Like I had a line that was all the way around Fifth Street. It was insane.
So tell us a little bit about how you got into the industry. Like, I know you opened the nightclub with the owners, but like, were you a security guard before and you just happened to meet them, or how did you get into the industry or the nightlife?
It starts a lot earlier than that, honestly. Okay. I think it was like 16, 17. I was in high school, and a buddy of mine, my best friend in high school, his dad happened to be a manager at another strip club.
Oh, funny.
That is
Full circle.
It's a complete full circle on this one, actually. Because he was the regional manager for a full nude spot. And so with it being full nude, they didn't have alcohol. And he hit up his son and it's like, "Hey, so you got any guys on the football team that want to make some extra money on the weekends after football season's over?"
Wow.
Mind you, it's a local powerhouse for football, so it's not going to be small guys at all. And he said, "I got a few ideas." And first response was, "Yeah, Wes better not be on that list." Little did he know, my name was the first one on the list.
How come he didn't want you on the list?
You were a little badass, huh? Pretty new.
I wouldn't say I was a badass, but aggression was an easy thing for me.
Okay.
I mean, I played defense in high school, so yeah, I was trying to work out some issues.
I see.
But it's crazy though, because like you're the most calm person that I talk to at the club.
No, that's the thing that's crazy. But those are the ones you got to look out for, the quiet ones.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. If I start a fight with somebody, I'm gonna look around and make sure Wes is next to me first.
Right? Exactly.
Or at least know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, eye contact. Okay, I'm starting this fight right now.
Yeah, all right, I'm literally backed in the corner. I've seen where the backup is. Okay, we're good.
Yep.
Yeah, start the fight. Okay. So 16. So how long did you have that gig for?
I was doing it on and off for a little while, and then I went off and signed some government papers and disappeared for a little while. Did that stuff, and then I came back and was working for an ambulance company with a couple of buddies of mine doing stuff as an EMT and whatnot. And on the weekends, they were actually bouncers downtown. So I was like, oh, cool.
The EMTs will patch you up after whooping
Right.
your ass.
Exactly. Imagine this guy coming as an EMT. I'd be like, whoa.
I didn't have the long hair and the beard then.
Oh, so you looked very.
I looked very
profesh.
much the part of
An EMT.
prior government property or EMT. Yeah.
Oh, how funny. I'll have to see a picture. Pixar, it didn't happen.
Like whoop
They're
your ass.
going to be like black and white. It's that kind of old.
Wow, stop it.
Wow.
I mean, it's not too old where it's chiseled in stone, but close enough.
You're stupid.
All the pictures were painted.
Right? So they were bouncers.
And I ended up working with them a couple of times through this security contract company called Elite, which, let's be honest,
They're not elite.
they're nowhere near elite at all. And it was just a bunch of guys, and I kind of got into it, and it was back during the heyday of downtown when things were really rough. And like smartphones weren't a big thing, so the ability to really get down and tumble, that was there. And I ended up working at Below Downtown, which is
Dang, Below. I remember Below.
Was it? It became basement, and then now it's something else.
Bloom.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
Well, nobody really walks up that street anyway nowadays.
Not now, yeah. Exactly.
Well, I mean,
Well, I
let's
mean,
be
like-
real. No one really walks up the streets in downtown anymore either with that homeless invasion going on. So,
Yeah.
It's crazy, I know.
And then what's his name? Open Met. What's his name?
Which one?
It's spelled Met. METE. I think.
Yeah, Matt, Meat, something like that.
Yeah,
I think
something
I think he
Fonzo?
calls it Meat.
Yeah, Alfonso.
Oh, Fonzo and Demetrius.
Yeah.
And then I think they ended up later on pairing up with TJ Brown.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think they were trying to go for like a house EDM format, and then for
Nah,
whatever reason, it just wasn't working.
Nah, it's not gonna work. That used to be AD. Yeah.
Even before AD,
Oh, it was.
that was Red Sea Lounge.
Yeah. Was it Red Sea or Red Circle?
I think it was Red Sea because Red Circle was a little farther down the street.
No, Red Circle was the underground one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or no, wait, that was Red. I don't know.
It was ages ago at this
Yeah.
point. But so I started Below. I was a knuckle dragger there, got into a lot of fights. I think I was one of like 2 white boys on the roster. Everyone else was either like some big Samoan or black-eyed, and they were all just like jacked. And I was probably second or third smallest guy in the squad. And
Wait, you're the second or third smallest guy? Like, weight-wise, right? Not like... Cause
Weight-wise, yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, what, 6'4"?
No, I'm not that tall. No, I'm 6'2".
6'2".
Are you
Well,
only 6'2"?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
well, I mean, we always
that's
look
it?
up, so we don't know. But I'm saying, like, damn.
Dang, that's crazy. Because I used to only date really tall guys. But now that my husband is short, you look like a giant to me. But before, like, that was like so normal to me. That's crazy. 6'2".
And only 6'2". But no, I was
I
like,
really thought he was 6'4", like 6'4", 6'5".
oh, in
Well,
that
I'm
case.
over 100 centimeters, just letting you know.
And that's how little?
Hey, in metric, it's
It's
acceptable.
fine.
I think we're in America. I don't do metrics. We went to that imperial thing.
57.25 or something like that.
Yeah,
That
I'm not
2.5
good with
matters,
conversion.
guys. Okay, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then how did you end up at Pacers?
Over the years, and ended up shifting around nightclubs, and then COVID ended up happening, and the whole nightclub industry just pretty much got put on the freeze button. So
Yeah.
we all were sitting around waiting for a while, and then I think it was probably like 3 months in. Yeah, because the shutdown went in right before St. Patty's Day, which devastating right there. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
we
that's
just
right.
watched disappear.
Yeah.
And then the layoff order came in, I want to say it was early June. I think it was about early June. And I went from, oh, cool, this is going to be a 2-week vacation to, oh, crap.
I'm losing
My
my
whole
mind.
life has just hit the reset button.
Right.
Crap. And I can't do anything about it because there's no work to be found.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, shit. So I sat around for a couple of months just kind of trying to write it out because they were handing out Biden bucks like it was going out of style. So I'm like, all right, at least I've got something to pay my bills with. 'Cause,
Right.
I'm a little worried what I'm going to have to do now. And I ended up getting a phone call from a longtime buddy of mine who I happened to actually work with at Deja Vu long time ago. So this is what brings it full circle. And so my buddy TJ,
I
who's
was gonna say TJ, right?
yeah, TJ, who's been at Pacers for quite a while, and he hit me up and he's like, "Hey, you tired of sitting on your ass? You want to get back to working?" Mind you, at the time I'm in depression because, well, can't do anything, and I'm chugging through probably a bottle of Jameson a day. It was
You and many other people. Don't feel bad.
A bottle a day.
Yeah.
you didn't want to know what my stockpile started like.
Dang,
It looked like a liquor room.
Right.
crazy.
But he hit me up, and I think I was halfway hammered at that point, because he hit me up. It was like 5 in the afternoon, which, in the great words of Jimmy Buffett, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
So I was halfway hammered, and he's like, "Hey, want to get off your ass? Come start getting back to work." I was like, kind of drunkenly, "Fuck yeah, I'm down." And he's like, "All right, you know where to come. Come in and do the paperwork tomorrow, because I don't think you're gonna be able to do shit right." I'm like, yeah, I'll need to sleep on this one. And I went down there, did the paperwork, and been there since. Actually, it's been a fun, interesting roller coaster, because
Yeah.
my second night working was probably the most chaotic event I've ever seen at Pacers in my life.
Are we allowed to talk about it, or is it one of those?
Oh, I don't have an NDA, so I'm good with this one.
Okay, perfect.
And I think the media covered it more than anything. So at this point,
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
think you might be gathering this one.
Yeah.
It was a Sunday night, and it was the final event for a certain promoter, and it went sideways bad. We had a professional athlete in there, and he'd have been having a few too many bottles of 1942. We get outside, and it's the end of the night. Everyone's leaving, and he decides to pipe off as someone's a little too close to his car. By too close, they're within like 20 feet of his car. So
Oh my gosh.
he's being a typical celebrity, and it ends up starting into a fight, and he ends up getting sliced across the back. Well, I hadn't had the right earpiece or anything yet, so I couldn't hear the ensuing panic going on outside, and I'm in the middle of this packed nightclub or packed strip club, and I'm the only guard inside,
Oh,
because
no.
all of the other guards
Damn.
are rushed outside. I didn't know what was going on, so I'm literally trying.
And you're like new still at this point, right?
oh yeah, this was literally
Second day?
my second shift.
Crazy.
Damn.
And I look around, I'm going, oh shit, I am the only dude in here, and it's packed to the gills. Like, I've got a full party behind me. The whole stage is crowded with people. The whole venue is just bursting at the seams, and I look around going, oh shit.
What am I gonna do?
Right.
If this goes sideways, I am toasted. And then one of the managers comes screaming in, I need all security guards outside right now. And I'm like,
You're like, but no
I'm-
one's in here.
I'm the only one inside. Oh shit, must be really bad. I get outside, and like the incident's already being like pretty much mopped up, and he's got blood all over his shirt. And it looked a whole lot worse than it really was.
It always does.
Oh yeah, it always does. But
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen countless injuries ranging from bullet wounds and knife stabs and all that stuff. So it was one of those where I look and go, oh, slap a Band-Aid on it, dude. He'll be fine.
Right.
Throw some rubbing alcohol, Band-Aid. Maybe see a doctor in the morning, a stitch or two. Whoop-de-doo. I can probably do that now.
A running stitch or
Oh no, I would have
guy.
I would have done a rolling stitch.
Okay.
Make it easy, just
Yep.
loop it through, cut it later, and just done.
just asking.
So working in the pandemic, and being, a security guard at the Pacers at the strip club during during the pandemic. I know that was one of the only establishments that was kind of like open and still partying during COVID. Did you see like what kind of things did you see? Like, did you see a lot of guys going in there because they were depressed as you were experiencing and they were trying to blow off steam? Were more like friends coming together because they were bored? Like, what was a majority of the type of what happened?
Huh? No, we just want to know if anybody else is like realize how special you are wearing the headphone on the other
Oh,
side.
I saw it, and I'm on the other side of her.
Oh my God.
It couldn't make it past her hair.
See? Nobody
Minor
wanted to tell
technical-
me.
Can you
This
hear
is
now?
why.
I just noticed
This
right
is
now and I
why-
pointed it out.
I don't know why. I just know
This is why I need Lonnie, because they don't fucking look out for me. I'm like just putting it on the way that I put it on.
For you guys listening
But wait,
in,
did we say it though?
wait, hold on. We got to explain it to the people listening. For you guys that are listening in, she actually had her headphone
The
on
one
backwards.
was flipped.
Yeah, so
It wasn't backwards. That's it was,
it was
the
flipped.
one of the little earpieces were flipped, and these guys don't even fucking help me out here.
Well, I mean,
Lonnie would have been like, "Babe, you have one tiny hair out of place. Thank you. Love
I
you."
think the funny thing is that she still put the cushion on the inside.
Well, I was just like, it's not even on. I was just gonna play it off, you know. 'Cause
well, I was wondering how she didn't even notice because
You only hear from
it.
one side.
oh, because I can hear right here, so I was just like, whatever. Maybe there's something wrong with the headphone. I'm just
Anyway.
accepting of the things that are given to me. Okay.
anyway, so how was working at a strip club during COVID?
Can he answer my question first? Rude.
Isn't that what you asked him?
That was kind of sort of what.
Rude.
I thought I was relaying it so he doesn't forget.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, before that, let us know what it was like working for the strip club during the pandemic.
Oh,
Rude.
right. So it was actually it was interesting because
I'm about to have backup step in the next episode. Don't trip.
We're locking the door.
I don't think they're gonna let me leave, so they're gonna have backup.
I know, right? Okay, so
I mean, he did already tell you he brought back.
go ahead and answer their questions because they were so great.
Yeah.
Why are you so angry?
Why are you starting shit?
She's always so angry.
I'm never angry. I'm the friendliest.
Just because
person
you're
ever.
here, Wes.
No, I love Wes.
That's exactly why I'm saying. You think you got backup?
Wes is my backup.
Okay.
I'm making
All
you
right.
choose. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
So what was your
So what was
question?
it like?
Wes, before you choose, remember, Ackroyd doesn't watch these episodes, so you have
You have no obligation,
yeah.
right?
He's not gonna mention it at work tomorrow.
Yeah. He's not gonna be like, "Oh, why'd you disrespect my woman?" No, he won't know.
He's like, good point.
I might have to think about this one now. Not that I'm too concerned with Ackroyd. I mean, he is a good foot taller or shorter than me, so
It's right. It's like
I just work on my Heisman Trophy post.
that part.
Yeah, no, like, what was it like working during the pandemic?
The experience working during the pandemic.
It was an interesting dichotomy of a lot of things because you had people that were obviously trying to get out of their houses and get away from the little depression pockets, more or less. And then there were some that just, it's almost like life didn't take a change at all. They just continued doing their usual thing. And
Okay.
for some of them, it was just a weekly routine for them. And it was a little odd for a while because with the whole not being able to operate indoors thing,
They did it on the patio, right?
we actually shifted it to the parking lot.
Oh, I remember, and the white tents were around, right? Because I remember seeing that.
The white tents, we had a big security screen set up on a big fence right at the end of the parking lot. So it's not like anyone could randomly just walk by and see it.
Right.
Oh my God, there's titties out there and there's a 6-year-old kid. No,
Yeah, I know,
No, it
I've
was
tried.
really secure for sure.
I tried.
It was,
He tried.
Yep.
he used a booster seat.
Yep. I even brought the 6-year-old kid with me. I was just like, "Hey, random person, do you want to come with me and see if we could get some milk?"
I heard there's fresh milk here.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! Stop.
They're offering milk shots.
Yep.
No, yeah, we were in the parking lot actually, and it was kind of trippy because being in the nightlife scene for so long, being able to actually get out of work and still get in and out, that was a little bit of a trip. I kind of enjoyed it because normally by the time I'm out of work, in and out's already long done, closed, and the cleaning crews are ripping through it.
That's right, because they had that curfew.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because with us operating outdoors, it wasn't just the curfew part; it was
Lights.
the noise ordinance and whatnot.
Oh, that's true. Mhm.
So we were always done probably around 11:30 midnight. I would get out of there at 12:30.
Imagine those days. You must miss them, huh?
A little bit. I was actually, and the funny thing is, I was actually making good money too.
Well, that's what I was going to ask next, because I know a lot of people, you know, a lot of the girls that I've spoken to there, they're like, dude, we made so much bank during the pandemic because people had nothing else to do
Right.
but blow their money at the strip club, you know?
It was like, okay, not only do I have nothing else to do, they weren't working. So the rents for a lot of places were getting pushed back because of the government protection.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of the bills were falling under the same thing for your utilities, where you
Yeah.
weren't having to pay them because, well, you couldn't work and most of the economy was not working.
Right.
So they were doing that, and they were getting all this unemployment money.
Right. And the stimulus checks.
So everyone is just sitting on money, and they're either going out of country and doing these Tulum vacations, like the basic white girl thing,
Yep.
or they're going off in these mansion parties that were going on. And when I say mansion party, I'm talking like Beverly Hills kind of status mansion
Right.
parties, where it's full blown events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like mini versions of Oscars are kind of going on. And so it's pretty much those and Pacers.
Right.
Not even strip clubs, Pacers, because, yeah, I think
You guys
Pacers.
are the only one operating, right?
No, Pacers and Cheetahs.
Oh, Cheetahs. Okay.
Cheetahs managed to piggyback on a lawsuit at the time, I think it was. And so they found a way to squeeze in and keep operating while everyone else was pretty much on a shutdown order.
Wow.
It was kind of wild because, I mean, working in the nightclub scene for so long, you're used to seeing like vice cops come by, the fire marshals come by. You're used to seeing certain people every now and then just pop in to make sure you're actually following the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see them at all during COVID. It was kind of trippy because, yeah, they're just not there. And so we were going full tilt. And with us being outdoors, there was no like actual occupancy limit because, well, it's outdoors. And
Yeah.
the-
There's no occupancy limit on Earth.
and with us, well, it probably is, but no one's actually done the math for it yet. I don't know. But I mean, China likes to exceed it.
Right.
But yeah, it was like we were having full parties during it, and it was almost like nothing ever really stopped except for, oh, we're outside, not indoors. So like it felt almost old school because like being outdoors, people could walk around and smoke cigarettes, and it wasn't like one of those where, hey, you can't smoke inside, guys. It was like, oh shit, we're outside. Yeah, go ahead, light up.
Nice.
That's crazy,
It
right?
was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Especially since like I just wasn't used to seeing it. I'm like, wait, there's no roof over me. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Now, besides the second day, I was want to know, like, was that the craziest event that happened to you?
What's one of the craziest stories you have from Pacers? And then what's one of the craziest stories you've had in all of your years of being a bodyguard? I want to hear both stories.
All right, so there's an odd thing with Pacers, and it's a running joke amongst some of us about like just odd things happening on Tuesdays. Why? Don't know. Just every
Because
now-
we're there.
It's not even you guys, because normally you're already gone at this point when something is
Okay.
gone.
Really? We need to stay longer. Then.
No, that's what Akrat was telling me too. He's like, shit always goes down on Tuesdays, and it's usually when you guys leave.
It's really weird because it's like
That you
Tuesdays
bring it, and
aren't-
then you're like, bye.
Tuesdays aren't like busy. They're not like slow necessarily. Sometimes they are, but like last night, kind of slow. But,
Yeah.
normally it's not like really slow. It's not overly packed. But for some odd reason, Tuesdays is just the night where, for some reason, somebody hits the idiot button and dumb things happen. I mean, we had one night where. And now, keep in mind, to get into Pacers, you've got to go through a metal detector, and we have you empty your pockets of metal and stuff like that. So we know no weapons make it in. So we try to make sure it's a safe environment once you're inside. Well, before you go through metal detector, it's kind of a little Wild West zone because, well, we're not gonna frisk you in the parking lot. That's just kind of
Yeah, you got to
invasion
pay
of
extra
privacy.
for that.
Well, that we're not TSA, so I'm not walking around with nitro gloves
a
on.
wand.
But no, there was a Tuesday night. This was a while back. I can't remember how far back, but it was a while back, and we'd kick this guy out. Actually, because he kind of creeped out a friend of yours that's also a dancer there. Because he was giving off some weird vibes, and me and the other guards were kind of keeping an eye on this gentleman, just because something seemed off, and his behavior patterns, the way he was walking around, his hands movement, all that stuff. Like, for everyone that thinks being a bouncer is kind of easy, we just go around and knock people out. No, we're a lot of talking because, frankly, if you fight, it's bad on money. But so we're really good at watching people and observing things, and something just seemed a little off. So we were kind of watching him, and your friend, who actually happened to bring home your husband a few nights ago.
Okay, that's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So he managed to kind of creep her out a bit, and she goes over and talked to one of the guards and let us know, hey, something's off about this dude. I think he's high on something. Who knows what? And he probably needs to go because he's giving me some really creepy vibes. And we're like, bet, we got you. We've already kind of been watching him, so not a problem. We get this guy outside, and we're talking to him, and he's blaming her for apparently stealing all of his money.
Oh, shit. I think that we were
there that night.
Yeah, we were there that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were leaving as it was happening.
Yeah. Because this happened kind of early, right?
Like maybe like 12, like on 12:30 maybe.
Probably around there, yeah.
Like in the street early.
So you got locked inside then while this was going on?
I don't think that
No, we walked right outside.
Okay. Because this incident where we kicked the guy out and like he's mouthing off and he's just going at it. And we're like, all right, cool, whatever. We were watching him. He gets into his car because it was in the parking lot. And as we're watching him get in the car, we see him like not get in the car. He opens the door and like bends over and he's reaching under his seat. And for some of us, that's instant red flag. And
yeah, so don't date him.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, unless they like red flags. Most girls seem to say they don't, but they do. But different story.
Yeah.
So yeah, the guy reaches under his seat, and as he gets back up, we realize this dude has a gun in his hand. Okay, this is how this is gonna have to play. Not a problem. So your friend is in the office. She's watching a lot of this on the camera because she's talking to the manager on duty that night about what went on, and he's watching the camera, seeing this all play out. And one of us gets over the radio. I don't remember who, and we notified gentleman we just kicked out, reached into his car, grabbed a firearm, contact 911. And it's not our first radio, so we're not like freaking out, panicking. And so management gets on phone, calls 911, and he starts to come towards the door. There are a few customers that were like at the front door at the time that were going through the metal detection and all, and the ID scan and all that stuff. And we speed past them. We rolled them in. Like, nope, get inside. We get inside, and one of the guards is like trying to calm him down. And yeah, the gun is still in this dude's hand, and he's trying
He's
to
acting irate, or
he's very emotionally unstable at this point, and we were trying to calm him down. And at some point, I turn to the guard that's talking to him, and I'm on the radio, and I'm like, hey, this isn't gonna help. Just let's get inside. Close the door real quick. And so we close the door. He's banging on the door. And the guard that I pulled inside, he's like standing in front of the door. And I go, no.
Right.
This is a really bad idea, dude.
Right.
From a very professional standpoint. Do not stand in front of the door.
Right.
And he's like, oh, well, no. Because if he decides to make a desk pop, sorry, dude, he's going through the door and it's going to hit you. You want to be off to the side like I am. And he's like, oh, well, I can control the door. And if I hear he's about to desk pop on the door, I can kick the damn thing and hit him with it. I'm not about to eat a bullet, dude. Sorry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then why? I mean, from a strategic point of view, why would he even just tell you no? Because then he becomes a problem for you. You know, not only do you have an active shooter at that point, now you have somebody that you're actually going to have to work on at the same time. Drag them. You know, it's like
without sounding cold and callous, I wouldn't be treating him.
Not at the same time. Yeah.
I wouldn't be treating him until the threat had been neutralized, because treating him just puts me in a vulnerable spot. So
Yeah.
as much as I like this individual, I would have to bypass him and put him on the back burner.
Yeah.
Do what's best for the team,
Not even for the team.
for yourself.
Partial self-preservation. The other part is we managed to do this whole thing without the club realizing what was going on, like the actual patrons and dancers.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were like, when I say we're professionals, we're really good at what we do, and quite a few dancers will vouch for it that we're probably one of the best security teams they've worked with, because sure, we're around titties all day. Not to sound like it's not a cool thing, but you're around it all the time, so you kind of see it and you're like, all right, well, I'm here for money, not for those. But yeah, as it was all going on, he ended up finally backing off the door. I told him to stay off the side of the door, and I've got the manager on duty who's watching the camera, and he's on the phone with PD at the same time. And I was like, hey, I'm going to scoot around to the patio door, because if this decides to go kinetic, I'm going to need to be able to get this man. I'm going to have to hit him fast. And the other guard in question, big guy, he's quick. That's also his nickname, but he's not my kind of quick. And so it was one of those where I end up repositioning the patio door, because you guys are out the patio when you're hanging out. That door right there, I moved to that door. Because if he was going to actually do anything, I could get around and this dude couldn't see me coming. I was just going to be a freight train on him. And we end up like waiting for a while. He's just banging on the door. He's not really to the point where he wanted to actually pull the trigger. And then after a while, he finally decides to give up and hops in his car and drives away.
Man, that could have gone way worse. That's crazy.
It could have gone so much worse.
Was that the one where they stopped them down the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there that night.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
They ended up stopping the guy 2-3 blocks away.
Right.
And one of the one guard was a little worried. And he's like, why do they want me to get in the cop car? I'm like, dude, you're not being arrested. Relax, bro. He's like, why?
Identify him.
I'm like,
Right.
they just want you to positively ID that
Yeah.
they caught the right guy and they're going to bring you back. He's like, this is kind of weird. I'm like, it's okay. You're fine. You'll be okay. And so we go off, and he identifies the guy. Cops come back, take a statement. And it was probably the weirdest one, just because nobody inside, aside from one of the dancers and Carlos, the manager on duty, knew this was going on.
I think that's what I was gonna say. That's the dopest and craziest part of the story, is that it was all like a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
It was like nothing had happened. Like all the guards were obviously busy doing other things, but we were trying not to make it obvious. And then we had, I think it was Ivan, the busser, and Balls, the barback, who was actually sweeping all the stages and stuff, because part of our job is stage sweep. Well, we were busy doing other parts of our job, so he ended up covering that for us.
Right.
And while he's doing that, like, no one knew.
That's
And then
crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
when it was finally safe enough to start opening the front door and moving about like normal, people were like, why are there cops outside? Nobody knew.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. That was when you used to get off at like 10, so we'd get there like 11:30 sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So that's
okay.
why we were there after all that stuff already happened.
But yeah, that was definitely one of the wildest nights we had there, just because it could have gone really bad, but it just never quite hit that point.
That's a good thing. I mean, I could just imagine the chaos if it did start popping off around through that door. Like,
And
you know-
imagine if it wasn't them, if it was a different set of guards that didn't know what they were doing. It would have been chaos
exactly.
even without the gun.
Well, sometimes
you know?
if you get other guards that are just like kind of like not necessarily like calm in that sense, they kind of panic, and then
Right.
now you have an altercation.
Exactly.
And whenever you have an altercation, you know,
It spirals real quick.
yeah, fingers
Right.
on triggers. You know what I'm saying? Like at any given time, it just guns go off. I don't know. Did he have a Glock? You don't know what kind. There's no safety in those sometimes. Just
Off the top of my head, I don't remember what it was. At the time in question, when it was going on, I knew exactly what it was. I think it might have been a Glock because Glocks are cheap, easy to get a hold of. But like when it was all going on, and the cops are asking the manager on the phone, what kind of firearm can you distinguish the firearm, and he's relaying the message to us over our radio, and so we've got it in our ears. So it's not like the guy outside could hear it; it's in our ears. And so I turn around and I give a blatant description of what it is in his hand, and so it's like they knew every detail, and just because we, like all of us had, every guard that is there has done multiple years in the nightclub scene, at least. So it's not like it's some 22-year-old kid who,
It's true.
oh my God, this is his first job in the bar industry, and he's working at a titty bar.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
they like to get veterans, like seasoned veterans in the industry, just because less risk for part of it, because we're not going to be as easily distracted by the actual show going on. We're typically better at functioning under it all.
So 20-year-old just
Right?
So they're just
Getting
there.
fucked up and looking at titties. I could see that happening.
Yeah, so that's why they like getting a lot of the seasoned mature guards, because we've seen some stuff at that point, and so in the event something does happen, like it has a few times, we know what we're doing, and it's not like we hit the oh shit button. It's like, no, we're another day at the office. Let's just get it done.
So if things went down, what 3 girls would you use as a human shield to protect the rest?
wow.
No.
Ooh, yeah, I'm not going there.
I was like, is he going to answer this? Because that's the answer at your own risk.
Yeah, right.
I was like, Ari would snitch me out if I actually used this answer. So yeah, this is a setup. I'll just let her anticipate it and not give it to her.
You didn't know if they
Damn.
listened to the podcast.
I don't
like,
know.
I listened to your episode, Wes.
I know. I can totally see that too. I listened because you were on Wes.
that or with my luck, Ackright would actually catch this one and then snitch me out.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, it would be him before me. Let's keep it real.
He'd be like, coming to the stage, Wesley's #1 body shield. I'm like, what?
Oh no, that'd be so bad. So, what's your favorite thing about working there? Besides the titties.
Ass.
Wait, there's titties.
See,
Like
okay.
I'm to the point where
So
I
besides
don't
that.
really even see them. Like
They're part of the furniture. Just
Well,
like there.
it's funny because there was I'm kind of immune to this too, and one of the dancers came by and she did a photo shoot with me. And first,
one of a few, because you've
Yeah.
had quite a few of them.
yeah, there's been a few, but this one in particular, I just so comfortable around her. We talk so openly and everything. And as soon as she came out in her outfit, I was like, "Oh, are those new?" And she was like, "Yeah, I got them done in Mexico." I was like, "Dope."
Yeah, see, it's like furniture.
Yeah, it's like
Wait, is she tall and tattooed?
They're all
Yeah.
tall and tattooed. Well, with
compared to me, yes, I'll say that. Yeah, she's tall compared to me.
Because I'm trying to wonder if it's one of the ones I know all the girls.
Yeah.
And a non-intimate matter for that.
I
just
would
to be clear.
Yeah, like our photo shoots, we do things, but they're not biblical.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that you know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's I was like, wait a minute, because she was very proud of him.
Yes.
How many
and
strippers
she
have you
should be.
banged? Oh, you like that question?
Yeah.
How many
Wow.
strippers have you
Wow,
banged?
right-
You don't need
right
to,
into it,
You don't
right
need to
into it.
name names, but how many total have you banged while you worked in the strip club industry? Not necessarily this place, but
all together.
altogether.
Ooh, altogether, that's gonna be a difficult number. I can tell you how many I've banged since I've been at Pacers.
Okay, let's do that. That's
Okay.
fun.
Okay. Wait. Hold on.
Wait,
We're
tell
gonna
us the
play
name.
high low. Like,
Tell us the names and we'll just bleep it out.
No,
oh, wait.
Oh, no.
Wait,
Don't
wait,
say
wait,
the
wait.
names.
Hold on. Rich,
Don't
I want
fall
you.
for it.
I want you to guess what Wes is at. How long have you been there?
3 years, 4
3
years
years?
almost.
3 years.
How many girls are there? Like 100 and.
On the current roster, I think Pacers has over 200.
Over 200? Okay. So, in 3 years, 200 girls. What's your guess?
15.
15? Are you going to take high or low?
low. Because I think Wes is a good man.
Wes is a gentleman. He won't turn Poon down, so I'm gonna go high.
In all fairness, she's only playing the low because she already knows the answer.
You know the answer?
No, I don't.
God, why are you cheating?
I'm not cheating.
She actually tried to call me out one night for it because she's like, "Oh, you're such a ladies' man. I bet you get all the girls." I'm like, nope.
Oh, you don't.
But you don't know the answer.
I get all the girls. I just get them to say no.
Well, you do have this funny thing called a camera, so it does work as a nice bonus for you.
So I say 5 then.
You can't guess after now that you know.
Well, you can't.
What was your original one though?
15.
Okay, 15. And yours original before he
Mine
said
was
that.
high,
Yeah,
so
higher,
I was
higher than 15.
thinking over.
Over 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the whole time I've been at Pacers, and it's not just Pacer girls, so we'll be clear with that one. I do occasionally.
Pacer boys too.
Well, you're a Pacer boy.
I'm shooting my shot right now.
Actually, they're dancing at other strip clubs because
Okay.
I don't want to mess with my money, and if I do it within my own pond, that's just
Yes, I was gonna
that's
ask that.
suicide because it's like playing and dipping your willy in a
You don't
sea
shit
of
where you
piranhas.
sleep. Yeah.
They will bite you off.
Yep.
So it's 3.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a decent number.
See,
wait,
he's
what-
a
what-
decent
One a
man.
year. One a year. That's all you need.
What's special about these 3 that made you like go against your rule? Because that's
Well-
kind of like a don't
well,
shit where you eat.
They actually don't work with me. They
Oh,
work
okay.
at other strip clubs.
Okay.
So it was
So they're
fair game
trying to
then.
work at Pacers. That's a good. You know what? I have influence there too. So ladies, if you have low standards and you're trying to get into Pacers,
You can't say that though, because you always say you don't have one night stands.
it could be.
Does
It's
the
a
next morning
two-part-
It
count?
could be 2 nights.
Does the morning after count?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. What if
What if I have sex with her in the afternoon?
It's still a one afternoon stand, night stand, whatever.
No, because I don't last
so
long
you're-
enough to get into the night.
So you're talking about it's not a one-hit quit.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
One
That,
hitter
that,
quitter.
that way we're not stipulating it has to be a night. or
Vince made
day.
it. Vince made it perfectly clear. He only sleeps with girls,
With girlfriends.
girlfriends.
I sleep with girls all the time. Doesn't mean I'm banging them though.
Okay, so how many girls are you banging right now?
Right now, 1.
Ooh.
Oh, so speaking of shitting where you eat, do you have any like funny stories? Not necessarily you about that happening, like some
Yeah, you don't have to name names.
some drama. You don't have to name names. It's like this. You know what I'm talking about?
Like, is there a
Yeah. So
stripper?
like, okay. So tell us some dirty details, and you can leave names out. You could be like, oh, person A and Belle.
Stop it.
Oh, you talking about Skinny Bell?
Let's hear some fucked up shit. I have to live vicariously through you.
Oh, I save that for live events. So like, if you're actually at Pacers, I'll give that one. That way, I don't have this being used as video footage later against me.
Smart man. So if you want to have a
No
in-person
face, no
interview,
Right.
Tuesdays, we're all gonna be there.
Yeah.
By all means, taco or $2 Tuesdays. Yeah.
Yep.
Always a win. And I'm normally moving around, so those conversations are easy to have.
Oh, yeah.
I really want to just close my eyes and insert like whatever girl I was just liking into that. Be like,
What? What? What are you-
into the story.
Oh, into the story. Why do you make that face though?
Because you can't do the ooh face, so that was as close as he was getting to it.
You're living vicariously through us.
Listen, I'm over there like eating steak, and sometimes you're like, damn, she's really hot.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, but I'm here eating my steak.
I'll
This
be
is
honest.
the problem. You guys are fucking lazy.
No, I'll be honest with you. There's sometimes that I don't just want steak. I want to eat some beef curtains too.
But they won't do anything
listen.
to try though. They just want the beef
Look,
curtains to
but-
sit
but-
on their
okay.
face,
Yeah,
and that's it.
but if
What's wrong with wanting that though?
But you have to work a little bit.
Okay, but
you want
she's-
her
why?
to work. He has to
but
work
she's
too.
she's working.
How is she gonna have to work? All
She's
she's gotta do
working.
is sit on it.
Yeah.
True, true. But no, at
Just
work,
ride
as
the
in,
beard.
You gotta let them know that you're willing to do that.
Yeah,
though.
but she's
he's too
working-
shy to do that.
I feel like I'm always getting worked on, like this, like
'Cause they're working,
So the
yeah.
other day, I'm over there, like researching something, and Vince was at the bar. He was ordering our steaks.
Oh, he left you solo?
Yeah, and then the girl walks up. She's like, do you want to hang out with me? And I'm like, no, I'm just here for my steak. And I'm like,
You shot her down the cold way.
well, you know what? It's much easier that way because I don't want to get in between her and her money.
Yeah,
so she
that's
could
true.
be with somebody else that's gonna give her money. I'm not gonna give it to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm
That's
like, I'd rather go
respectable.
like, hey, no, not tonight. Like, it ain't gonna be me. Like, oh, then go find money somewhere else.
Yeah. There was a girl one time that they came up to me and it's like hella rude. I was just like sitting there minding my own business. She's all like, "Hey, baby, I can make your dreams come true." And I was like, "I just had a dream of a giant crab chasing me." I was like, "I don't want that to happen." I was like, "What? That's the dumbest opening line. What the fuck?"
Please tell me you're not going to dress in a giant crab costume.
Yeah. Yeah, and the crab was wearing Birkenstocks. I don't know why.
Listen,
It was oddly specific, but
there's some of those girls that I wouldn't care if they were in a crab outfit.
Pacers does have
crabs.
the good strippers,
crabs.
the good strippers,
Oh yeah, that's what it.
the hot ones.
It does make it a bit of a challenge because obviously being professional and all that, but like the women are if I didn't work there, yeah, they're insanely hot.
Oh yeah,
Like there are a lot that you're going, how am I like focusing on actually doing my job? And customers like, but you get all the girls. I'm like, I get money. That's what I care about.
Yeah,
But
I
like,
mean,
the
Ackroyd's-
girls are hot.
Like Ackroyd's talked about that a lot. How like none of the dudes there really fucks with any of the girls because of that. Because you're like the second something goes sideways,
Yeah, it's
you
just-
lose your money. You know, so it's like
And don't get me wrong, like there's people that date within
Right.
within the pool. So it's not like it's company frowned upon or anything. It happens. I mean, one of the DJs, he found his wife and got married to her.
Yep.
By working there.
and they're awesome.
And they
I
are
love
amazing
them.
human
I fucking
beings.
love them. Yeah.
and now she's on this podcast.
Soon.
Oops.
Soon. No, just kidding.
I guess I'll be seeing a side of our expectancy. And then there's others like that work together, and their relationship goes fine, healthy. I mean, it takes a certain level of trust, obviously.
Exactly.
Trust and respect, and
100%.
for some it works out. I just choose not to put myself in that potential situation because let's be real. I mean, my job is risk management. That's a risk. I'm managing that one right out the door.
I feel like there are relationships that worked out, but the ratio of that happening is not common. So that's why
yeah.
you don't do that.
It's a relatively, I guess we'll say, low success rate. So
Yeah.
the risk ain't worth. It's just not worth it at all.
Yeah. So speaking of relationships, you ever had to deal with like a crazy significant other showing up to the workplace?
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, not often, but it happens every now and then. One of them, actually, there was an incident involving a customer and a dancer, and it ended up spilling outside of Pacers to another place like a week later, and ended up eventually rolling its way back on another night back into Pacers because it was a customer who works at another bar. He was a little too drunk, got a little handsy, and so we ended up kicking him out. And then the girlfriend ends up telling her boyfriend, and her boyfriend loses his mind. And so he goes off to this dude's bar that he works at, gets really hammered.
Oh, I thought he was gonna even the score and get handsy with him.
I'm getting there. But he gets really hammered because he needed some liquid courage in him.
Okay.
Yeah, the video footage of him trying to go hands on with this dude was something like watching a 6-year-old with a grenade.
Oh my
you didn't want to watch it, but you were stuck there going, "Oh my god, I have to watch this play out."
Yeah.
Like it was horrible. You like
That's so sad.
I have to. And the dude was so drunk that he couldn't land a punch, and he was like fumbling all over the place. It was amazing. It was like because
Imagine trying to get vengeance and looking like that.
Yeah.
Like,
it was the funniest thing because he's like trying to fight, trying to be serious, and the guy who had ended up being the handsy one initially, he's been calm, defensive, not even trying to hit this dude. And I'm like, this is hilarious because the actual guilty party is the innocent party for once. What's going on here? This is some Twilight Zone level shit.
Yeah.
How did you guys get footage? The cop.
Actually, because we know people at the other bar.
Okay.
Oh,
and they'd already known about the initial incident. And so since we're all friends with some of them, they were like, yo, dude. Dude. I'm like, oh, this sounds good. And I'm getting these in text messages. So like I'm reading it and I'm hearing it just going, oh, this has to be good. They're like, yo, you'll never guess what happened. I'm like, all right, if I'm never gonna guess, then let's cut to the chase. And instead of like them telling me,
They showed you.
I get this link and all of a sudden, bing, video pops up.
Nice.
I'm like,
Wow.
beep, okay, oh.
Yeah.
Moment I realized who was involved, like, oh shit,
That's funny.
this is good.
Yeah. No, normally, if you have to have enough liquid courage to fight somebody,
You probably
shouldn't-
can't
you
fight.
probably shouldn't be fighting
Yeah.
people. Just
But and the best part is the guy who was being attacked outside of Pacers at his place of work. This dude has hands. He's a former combat vet, so this dude's scrap potential is more than exceeding. So
Right,
the fact that he was just being calm and like, I'm not gonna hit this dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, you're just gonna injure somebody for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, it's not even fair.
And he's the dude who in the back of his head is going, yeah, I do deserve this. I did kind of ask for this situation to happen, but he's not hitting the dude.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, if you had actually decided to pull the trigger, that dude was toast.
Yeah.
He was already drunk, so he would have been like no work.
Yeah, I mean, a simple whatever depends on which branch he was at. Like a simple like quote unquote self defense martial arts whatever branch technique would have easily gotten him.
Or even the universal branch favorite, the throat chop.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what branch you're in, they love the throat chop. It's the best stunt tactic, honestly. Like
Yeah.
On a drunk person, too.
There is some risk. Let's be real with this one. Yeah, I can potentially cause some very serious harm with that.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna change your thought process real quick with one drop of that.
yeah,
You might think you're Mike Tyson or Chuck Liddell. Like, you might think you're the dude. Moment you receive that throat chop,
Yep.
you have instantly turned into Pee Wee Herman, dude.
yeah.
Yep.
I normally aim above the cricothyroid so that we can still kind of like crike you in
Oh,
case
that's
I-
one of my favorite thyroids.
I love getting on the side of the throat because if I hit you just right,
Oh yeah, you just no.
Pass out.
yep, because it hits the artery,
Yeah.
so you'll instantly just fold.
Just that shock factor.
You're carotid.
Yep.
I'll aim right for that carotid, just whack. Like one shot, we're done. I can walk away from this now. And it's really easy to write the report to the police later too.
Yeah.
What did you do? And I'm like, I gave him one carotid chop. Wait, that's all you did?
Yeah.
Yep.
First, I showed him my warrior stance.
Right.
Didn't got him right.
I gave him my
See,
war face. Show me
need
your
to
war
learn
face.
I need to learn this ASAP.
Saying that, I kind of know which contract you signed for a while.
A
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
You might have a clue.
I might have a clue. I might, sometimes I might have had to patch some of those guys up.
Did he ever
in my
answer the
past
question
life.
of what is your favorite thing working in there? Because he said not the titties.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh.
he hasn't.
Well, we digress. It happens.
know,
Yeah,
I
sorry,
know.
sorry.
Tangent mode.
But we
Sorry.
do this all day. It's all good.
Yeah. My favorite thing to working there is actually it's oddly enough, I love working with the girls. Like they're not that stereotypical where like everyone's like, oh, they're a stripper, they're dumb.
Oh my God.
I actually work with some amazingly smart women. And like there's a few that I have some really, we'll say, dark and twisted conversation with just because that's their personalities and it's fun. And like actually enjoy working with the girls because some of them are very intellectually stimulating, and you'll have some full-on conversations, and you're like, this completely breaks the stigma.
Yeah.
And everyone just thinks one thing. I'm like, no, I love working with them because sure, they're hot women. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah, but like, they're both beautiful, but they're like emotionally and intellectually stimulating, where it makes it a joy to work there. Because, yeah, I mean, nothing worse than a really hot chick who's dumber than a rock, and you're like, no, honey, just shut up and go away, please. Go shake your ass and then walk away from me. Like, no, I like having conversation with these women, and that's the one thing I actually enjoy the most.
I'll agree with that because like I've had a lot of the girls come by and do photo shoots here, and a lot of them, the majority of them, I'd say there's probably one ditz, but out of all of the ones that I've worked with, my favorite time was after the photo shoot when we're just talking to each other, and then like we're just having a real conversation. Like we'll do like a 1 hour photo shoot, and they'll stick around for like 3 hours, and we're just talking and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is like, I'm getting so much more actual like quality conversation than I get from like some of the girls that I just meet around.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where that whole stigma started, like, or that where that anybody that's a dancer is going to be lower educated, but yet there's always a joke, right? Oh, she danced through she paid for her nursing school through dancing. Oh, well, she got through nursing school.
Yeah,
Like,
You know what I'm
nursing
saying?
school is no joke, dude.
Yeah, I mean, she passed her NCLEX. I mean, it's like,
I'm like, and let's be real, nursing school's not cheap.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not
Right.
It's not easy on your schedule.
No.
I mean, because you're up at clinicals at 6 a.m. You're going to school 7, 8, and then you have to work at night then you're getting home at 2,
And then
3, 4 in the
sometimes
morning.
your clinicals aren't even 6 in the morning. Sometimes you got those overnights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the girls that I actually, we're not like friends, but we're like cool. I've talked to her a few times. She's actually a med student, like she's going to school for medicine, and I think she's almost done. And when I spoke to her, she's like one of the smartest people I've ever met. I was like, oh, that's really awesome. And she's probably one of the hottest girls there, to be honest. I'm like, damn, you're
Wait,
hella
does she still
beautiful.
work there?
She's very taken. So,
That's okay. I just need to talk to somebody other than my steak.
but it's funny because even my own friends, they're like, "Oh, you go to the strip club? Like, what do you do there?
I'm
Why are you
there."
talking to those girls?" And they're like, "Are they cool?" And I'm like, "Dude, they're regular people. Like,
Right.
they just happen to do, And it's almost weird that I like stick up for them because they're like, "That's weird. Like, you're not weirded out by that?" I'm like, "No, they're most of them are pretty
Yeah.
chill. Like you said, like in every workplace, there's the handful here and there that are like typical stupid standard, like whatever. But
Oh, yeah.
a lot of them are very intelligent and very cool.
The strippers are normal people. Like I don't know if I've told this story before on the podcast, but I know I've told this story before where I was going to meet with my girlfriend. I was bringing my friend with me, and my girlfriend at the time, I don't have a girlfriend now, but my girlfriend at the time, she was with one of her coworkers. She worked at Cheetahs. So my friend was all excited.
I'm
He's
very
all like,
familiar
"Oh,
with that place."
I'm gonna see like your girlfriend that's a stripper and her coworker that's a stripper." I was like, "Yeah, dude, we're just gonna go out to eat." And he was all like, "Oh, dope." So I get to her place. I go inside. He's like, "Where they at?" I'm like, "She's probably walking a dog." He's like, "What do you mean?" Like, it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
like what the fuck? I was like, what do you mean? What do I mean? She's probably walking the dog. The dog's not here. And she's all like, or he's all like, "Wait, they do that?" I'm like, "Dude, she's a fucking person, man." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I've had people tell me stories about that.
Yeah.
Like one of the girls was sitting with me when I was visiting Akrai, and she was like telling me like how someone asked her about what she did that day or that weekend, and she's
Yeah.
like naming off normal shit, laundry, blah blah blah. And one of the clients was like, "Oh, that's crazy," and she's like venting to me about that. She's like, "Yeah, he was so like." Shocked at the fact that I did normal. I went grocery shopping. I did
Yeah.
laundry. And she's like, "Bro, I'm a fucking human." Like,
Yeah.
Maybe they put them on like some like imaginary pedestal. Like they just kind of hang out in the back. Like they sleep in the back and they come out and do whatever they
I
gotta
think
do.
a lot of people think that they're just like these skanks that like dick around and like take their clothes off and like, you know what I mean?
That
Like,
they really think it's like because they're strippers, they live this celebrity style
Right,
life.
like
so,
that, yeah.
So the normal mundane human things
right.
they don't have to. It's like, oh yeah, I did laundry, I paid my bills, and they're going, wait, you have to do those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, really?
I paid him in one, so
Well, I mean, it still gets paid, doesn't it?
right.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, I always thought it was funny because like every year, or well, not this year at least, but I'll normally go off to Coachella, and I work for a buddy of mine for his private house party, and it's literally the 1 week a year I bartend, and I'm not a bad bartender, but if you give me attitude while I'm bartending, I have no problem playing it like Dick's Last Resort, where I will talk shit the whole time. I will mouth off, and the best part is my client loves it, and he will literally pay me extra money just to be talking shit, and.
Oh, so where is this? So we can go and we can cause trouble and get him paid more.
Right.
It's like I said, Coachella, week 2, and it's actually for a weed company. And I love working for this guy. I've known him for years, and he's hilarious. And it's always his birthday party, which makes it so much more fun. And this one year we were doing it, and I was laughing my ass off because like this dude comes up and it's a open bar, so keep in mind I'm not having to ring in anything. It's just fairly basic setup. I've got a bunch of bottles behind me. It's not like a full craft cocktail bar. It's not like I walked into some average bar in downtown kind of thing. Like I don't have everything. This is a house party that's got 1,500 people at it.
Jack and Cokes. It looks pretty much like what I'd
Like
order.
I can make some stuff, but like not everything. And the dude walks up, and he's some little Italian douchebag, and he's like, "I want 6 lemon drops." And I'm like, now, mind you, that did not a good Italian imitation. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But he was like, "I want 6 lemon drops," and I look at him, and I'm like, "Dude, it's me and my friend who's a 6'8".
He's asking you for lemon
so-
drops.
You think I'm tall? My friend is taller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By a lot. And it's me and my boy Chris, who's like I said 6'8". This dude is so dark, Night is scared of him.
That's
And-
hard.
So there's me and him, and this dude asked for 6 lemon drops, and I just shoot him this like evil glare, like, "Fuck did you ask me for?" And there's no joke, 200 people behind him trying to get drinks still, and he wants 6 lemon drops. I look at him, I look at my friend, and my friend goes, "The fuck did you just ask?" And he's like, 6 lemon drops. And my client is on the end of the bar, and he's watching this happens, and he sees the steam billowing out of my ears as I'm trying to be nice. And he goes, "Get him. Done." Like, I swear to God, you want 6 lemon drops? Look what I have behind the damn bar. You think I have the shit to make 6 lemon drops? I'm ripping into this dude. And for some of you that will be watching this later, you're gonna understand. I'm giving him the knife hand the whole fucking time. I'm yelling at him, and I'm just going, and he's just like finally hitting the and I'm like, "No, you're getting a vodka cranberry," and I stand on top of the bar,
Oh shit.
and I yell really loud. And mind you, Adrian Lux is the DJ at the time, and he's big house DJ, and he's playing in this party, and he sees me stand on this bar because he's met me before here, and he hits the tap, and over dead silence out of nowhere, you hear me go, "Do any of you ladies have a tampon for this bitch right here?" And it's dead silent.
Wow.
And I'm just like in full rage at this point. I hadn't slept in probably 2 days. So I don't use any sort of
Stimulant.
party stimulants, we'll say. I'm literally functioning on no sleep and enough caffeine to probably kill a whale. And I'm just full at it. And all of a sudden the whole party just bursts into laughter at this one dude. And he turns the brightest shade of red.
Poor guy.
And then out of nowhere, instead of like him just kind of running away, he gets pelted
What?
with tampons.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I've never wanted to be a bartender so much in my life.
That's
until,
crazy.
It was the funniest thing in the world because everyone could hear it. And the girls that were at the bar, seeing me lose my mind, were like on the edge, waiting with anticipation. It was the greatest thing in the world.
That's
and
awesome.
you see them reaching into their little purses and just whack.
Oh my god,
Nice.
crazy. Well, I think that's an awesome story to end it on because this is a long episode.
I'm so proud of you.
No, that's great. I love it. And are you sticking around for another one?
Sure.
All right.
All right. Well, that's a little bit about our good friend here, Wes. You'll catch him on another episode, though. So
Yeah.
You'll be getting
when
to
we
know
bring
him
back
extra.
our long lost sister who only appears on our Instagram feeds.
As she walked out of the room.
she's coming.
She'll watch us later.
We're talking about you, girl. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey. Cool.